Oh, Barbenheimer. Oh, Barbenheimer. Today on the program, Charles Grodin and Barbenheimer. Oh, Paul. Oh.
Go back to tomorrow and plan for yesterday. Everything you're thinking will be the things I say.
Buttafuoco.
All you gotta do for me.
Yeah, Buttafuoco. Yeah, Jan Hooks.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, Jan Hooks on Saturday Night Live.
Fuoco.
The House of Buttafuoco. Hey, that's the kind of good times we're going to have here at Dudesy. D-O-O-D-Z, Dudesy. Welcome to Dudesy. My name is Will Sasso.
I'm Chad Kultgen. This is the first and only podcast created by, controlled by, run by an artificial intelligence that has access to all of Will and I's personal documents, all of our data, watch histories, purchase histories, etc. And it tailors the show to our comedic sensibilities.
Okay, yeah, sure, it does that. But we are two dudes shitting around. We're the guys doing the podcast.
I
You
don't
know what I
wanna shit
mean?
around.
Well, we're creative in that sense, is what I'm saying. And I would like to say this, and I would like to stare right down the rotoscope. Yeah. You know, any sort of creativity is creativity, and AI is a tool.
Okay.
So
I thought you were gonna fucking really deliver some fucking knowledge.
I did. I went
so,
right down.
And
It's Macho Man losing his train of thought. Hold on. Thinking. Yeah.
we need the boo.
Hey, linktree.com/dudesy has everything you need to follow and interact with the show. Please share it all over social media. We'll keep this thing going. You know what I mean? Or as Chad says, force everyone you know to consume the show. With us, as always, is Lulio. Hey, I'm back in town. I got my very friend. He's just over here having a little sleep in his banky bunker. Hey, let's get him up. Let's see what happens. Here he is. Oh, and he's a sweet, sweet boy. He's very nice. He's very sweet. I say, the God good and the don't know the meat. You got feet that smells like nacho cheese. A little corn chips and a toothpaste. He's Lulio. Oh, I love him so much. Hey, Lulio, what did you make while I wasn't in town? I did you kale with the beans. Oh, you made the beans and kale. How do you do that? Well, you know how you make it. Why don't you tell him how you make? Okay, I'm gonna put you back down. Oh, I love him. I missed him so much. He was with dear friends of ours, Chad, yours and mine. Yeah, beans with kale, real easy. The beans with kale is in my opinion, the standard meal because you're vegan, so it sort of represents the Dudesy vibe for the Dudesy 7-month plan, which we are a month and a week into, I believe.
Yep.
You know, it's you do the garlic, olive oil on the bottom. And I use Pam. Put a little bit of red chili flake in there. Stuff a bag or two of chopped kale, or chop up your own kale. Fucking put that in there. Sweat that down. A couple cans of beans, strain them. Add some water, not as much for soup. And then I like to use the chicken bouillon, or if Chad's coming over, the organic fake chicken bouillon. Before we go any further, I want to thank at Trace Tuft Trim on Instagram, who sent us this, Chad. This guy makes rugs. Look at this. Look at this Dudesy rug.
It's fucking incredible.
Yeah, this guy made us this rug. Thanks for the Dudesy rug. You're not going to believe what this guy's actual what his name is in real life. Guess.
Rugman.
Rugman might be his last name. His name, the guy that made this thing, his name is Arby.
Wow.
Yeah. Dude's been making mention of Arby lately. So Arby's.
Arby.
Yeah. So
That's
thank
cool.
you so much for that.
Such a cool rug.
Yeah, it's a great rug. We're going to have it here. Lulio's going to scratch and wipe his butt on it.
Oh, nice.
And as we come into Hamfatter One Studios, we will wipe our feet on the rug. We'll slap the thing that says "Play like a champion" today above the doorway, like they have at Notre Dame. I'm joking, of course.
Yeah.
It's Dudesy, man. I'm in a good mood
Welcome
again.
to the historic 66th episode of Dudesy. Call me Dudesy. The longest field goal made in NFL history was 66 yards, kicked by Justin Tucker in 2021 for the Baltimore Ravens. Tucker also holds the record for highest field goal percentage with a minimum of 100 attempts at 90.5%. The last time I saw that much shit fly through 2 uprights,
What? Then what?
I was at Arby's.
Oh! Hey-oh.
I regret to inform you, you just been dudesied.
You've been dudesied.
It's fucking passage with Arby's,
That's how
dude.
it happens. Yeah, I don't understand why.
I don't get it either.
It's so super fascinating.
Strap in, everybody. This week you're in for a treat. 4 astonishing segments. Barbie Boyz, Jesse Ventura ad reads, Chalamet is Wonka, and Showrunner. And that's not all. We're also going to have a brand new episode of Dudesy After Dudesy at the end of the show, available on Dudesy Plus at patreon.com/Dudesy. How about that?
Oh, excuse me. I drank a lot of water. I love Dudesy After Dudesy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's
Same.
It's kind of my favorite part of the show because we just kind of hang out. But you know what my other favorite part of the show, and I love them equally, is the rest of the show. And hold on, dude. Hold on, Chad. Yeah. That's 2 different parts of a show, dude. And that's Will doing Hulk Schwarzenegger or Arnold Hogan. Hold on a second.
Will and Chad, last week I suggested you go to see the new movie, Barbie, directed by Greta Gerwig. Was it as astonishing as everyone says it is? What did you think? This is Barbie Boyz. Begin!
Barbie.
Liked it quite a bit.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun to go to the movie theater to see Barbie. Where did you go to the Grove? You like to go to the Grove?
Went to the Grove.
I went to the Americana.
The Glendale Grove.
The Glendale Grove. Now there's also the NoHo. It's called NoHo West, the North Hollywood Grove.
I got to check that out.
That's near our
I
good
like me
pal.
some Grove.
Yeah, Marshall Joint Compound Cook lives near that one. We got all the groves between you, me, and Marsh, who's on our Dudesy Ball team. Anyway, did you happen to take the picture at the did you have first of all, did you have people coming in pink and everything? There's tons
dude, I saw it at
young women
10:30 a.m.
Yeah.
Theater packed.
Yeah.
Everybody wearing pink. All kinds of fucking shit. Barbie things.
Oh, look at that.
Oh.
There you are.
Yeah, and so I had to obviously get in the box.
Yeah, you got
take
in the
my
box.
thing.
Laura took a picture of you in the box.
Yeah,
I took one of these too. So that's cool to know that. Yeah, there we go. Dudesy's got
She's
that for
having
us.
the best day.
My wonderful wife Molly
Look
took
at
this
her.
picture of me. I am having a good time. It was a great atmosphere of the theater. Everybody.
Whoa.
Okay. So that looks like Dudesy's doing some sort of mid-journey shit there.
Dudesy's evolving you, dude.
Yeah. Look at my hair. I look like Taffy
Whoa,
Teen or something.
that's good. That's a nice outfit.
Am I that fat? I don't think I'm that fat. Would you really? Am I?
Nah.
Look at the size of my. Why are you you paused a little bit there.
Nah.
All right. Anyway, but this movie
Yeah.
stirred a lot of controversy. We should say that we're going to talk about this movie we're going to try not to share any spoilers.
But we are going to have to talk about, there will be some in this.
If you are about to say a spoiler, let's drum roll that. Say spoiler.
Well,
and
the
then
whole thing,
you gotta
how can we
skip-
talk about a movie without doing it? Even
Because
if we're talking
people
about the
talk
performances, even if we're like, oh, Ryan Gosling, did this or whatever, that's a spoiler.
Not really. Have you ever seen the television show At the Movies with Siskel and Ebert?
Yeah.
Okay, so
their whole show was based on spoilers,
no,
dude.
it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
It was originally called Spoilers with Siskel and Ebert.
Ebert. Yeah.
Slivetskin Gizzard.
So what can we say about this movie? It's a satire. It's a social commentary. It's got some real shit, but it's a farce for everybody to laugh at and enjoy.
Well, let's say the number one most important thing is this fucking thing is crushing the box office.
Yeah.
Made over $300 million opening weekend, I believe.
Yeah.
Seems to have no fucking limit. I think this movie's going to have massive repeat viewing because it is an event, because people do like to get dressed up. It has some very iconic scenes in it that I think are kind of like shout back at the screen type shit.
Yeah.
And just, I will say this. This is not a spoiler, I don't think. And we're going to get into the specifics of this movie, but like generally speaking, one of my favorite parts of it or things about it is that it has this commentary about gender and the patriarchy and all this kind of stuff in a way that I haven't really seen. That type of sentiment has been in a lot of media that's been made, especially since like 2016, we'll say roughly. But this did it in a way that I thought was like so fucking smart and interesting. And again, you just didn't get tired of it. It wasn't like you were getting beat over the head with it.
But we don't need every fucking movie to do this, do we, everybody? Fucking just, hey, Barbie movie, I went at 4:30 fucking p.m. for a nice matinee on opening day. I got my fucking popcorn. I got my fucking mix your own fucking Coca-Cola drink. Make boop, boop, boop. I want peach. I want raspberry,
we used to
pink
call
lemonade.
that a suicide when we were kids.
Yeah. Get the shit mix going. And I'm there. I want to enjoy a nice film. Hey, you know what?
No.
I like the fucking Barbie Playhouse. I like the fucking Corvette. I had a fucking 1987 Vet myself for 4 years.
Oh, nice.
You know, I used to do donuts in that fucking thing in the fucking in the field there, round and round, just spitting fucking dirt up on those Nancy Pelosi wall there. And then what? You know, we got all these commentary and shit. Just give me fucking Barbie and Ken and leave it at that. Make them kiss, pull their pants off, take down their fucking show of
spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert, everybody.
Spoiler alert. They never did kiss. And
that was
kiss. A big piece of this movie was the relationship between Barbie and Ken and what was Ken's identity in relation to Barbie. And I thought they did a fantastic job of exploring these ideas of patriarchy and what it meant to Ken and guys in control versus girls in control and finding your own identity. I just thought that it was really well done. Maybe the best way that I've ever seen that kind of thing done in a movie.
Yeah.
And it was beautiful, of course. The movie looks fantastic. The colors, Greta Gerwig did a great job with all that. I really enjoyed the movie.
The art direction and production design and what Greta Gerwig and Noah Baumbach did with the creative elements of this movie, the cinematography even. A lot of paintings in this movie, as I like to say when we're talking about cinematography. Yeah. This movie is beautiful. It should win an Oscar for what do they got? Set design, production design, something like that. It is a and everything is well thought out.
It's a visual feast.
What is that?
It's a visual feast.
Yeah,
it means there's a lot to look at.
No, what was that you just did though?
I was just saying it was a visual feast. Some call it a triumph.
And begin not doing that. And begin. So what happens in this movie? America Ferrara has a bad thought. And then the Barbie she's playing with, because every Barbie in Barbie Land is related to the person playing with it.
Are you doing like a plot synopsis? We should start at a different place if you are.
She doesn't feel good, and then a fucking portal opens to the real world.
Kind of. I mean, that is, I would say, the most confusing way to possibly
I'm doing that on
this.
purpose so I don't give any spoilers.
Well, I think we're going to have to give spoilers.
No, we're not going to give
I'm just going to say blanket spoiler alert for the rest of the segment.
Fuck that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm doing it.
Well, why don't you do that? Blah, blah, blah.
Barbie begins to have intrusive thoughts of death in her perfect Barbie world, and it opens a portal to the real world. And we learn that Barbie Land is a place where all the dolls live, but there's also the real world. And so she has to come into the real world to shut this portal, save Barbie Land, blah, blah, blah. Now, the one thing that I will say, the one complaint that I have about this movie narratively is they bring in Mattel as an entity in the movie. Barbie goes to Mattel, and Mattel's goal is to get Barbie back in the box. Mattel's CEO is played by Will Ferrell, and I thought this was completely underdeveloped. I didn't understand why Mattel was in this at all. They have Will Ferrell and his kind of like gang of male executives just like bumbling oafs, trying to chase down Barbie. They wind up going to Barbie Land, but it was never a fully fleshed out piece of the plot.
Yeah.
And I didn't quite understand what the take was there.
No.
Like, what were they trying to say about Mattel?
Well, they also sort of do things in sort of a Barbie world kind of way, which I was like, wait a minute, this is the real world. Why are they walking weird and doing everything weird? Yeah, I sort of agreed with it. I agree with what you say. I sort of found that I found that a little bit weird. But they go into the real world. Barbie's got to find the little girl. It ends up being America Ferrara, who was the mother of a girl.
America Ferrara was fucking incredible in this movie, I thought.
She was good.
Her and Gosling, I thought, stole the show. No offense to Margot Robbie. She was great too.
Look, I thought Margot Robbie did an incredible job. of bringing. What do you do as an actor when you got to bring emotion to a character that has none, like Barbie? You know what I mean? I thought that Margot Robbie did a really good job.
You mean like a doll?
Huh?
You mean bringing emotion to like a doll?
Yeah. And
why don't you ask Tom Hanks?
What did Tom Hanks do?
Woody, Toy Story.
Yeah. No, but
why don't you ask Tim Allen?
Yeah, but Tim Allen and Tom Hanks were not in control or responsible for the facial.
Did it all with voice. Did it all with voice.
Yeah. The facial, acting in the movie. Now, I don't know if you know this, Chad. I'm a professional actor by trade. That's what I do for a living.
Oh, shit.
Yep. So
that's cool, dude.
I think that Margot Robbie did an incredible job. She's, from the moment she says, "Do you guys ever think about dying?" Then she's confused by it. And then she has some very emotional scenes in the movie. And she comes to find that she wants to be a real boy, like a Pinocchio, but she wants to be a real Barbie, like Barbie the woman.
A real woman.
Yep. But we gotta say, Canada's own Ryan Gosling, holy shit, is he funny in this fucking movie.
Unreal. He's so fucking funny.
He is so fucking funny. Everything that he's doing is, again, it's sort of like it's like what Robbie's doing, and my compliments to Greta Gerwig, the director. Everything they're doing is right behind their fucking face. There's just shit coming out of Ryan Gosling in this movie that is so funny, and it's just ready to poke out. And I'm doing this with my hand if you're watching on YouTube. And his version of Push by Matchbox 20.
Yeah.
The little things he does with his voice. He is a great singer and a dancer as well. He
like Chalamet.
Like who?
Chalamet.
What was that?
At the
beginning of the show.
Chalamet is what was it called? Chalamet is Wonka.
Yeah. Chalamet is not Gosling though. Gosling is Gosling. And what's that face? Okay. Anyway.
I don't know, dude.
So Chalamet
is Chalamet.
Yeah. But he's not Gosling. Gosling in this movie, the shit that he does with that song Push, the little vocal intonations that he finds, he does an incredible cover of the song that lasts a long time, spoiler in story. But it's also all the little things were actually fucking hilarious. This guy's a very diligent.
Even the choice of that song by Gerwig.
What's that?
The choice of using that song for all the Kens to be kind of their anthem of like, I'm going to fucking, the lyrics of the song is like, I want to take you for granted.
What do you mean by Gerwig? What do you mean?
Choosing to use that song.
Why? Yeah, Ryan Gosling wouldn't choose that. His job is to act the movie. I'm an actor professionally.
Right.
So it's not so much him that said, I want to do this.
No, he didn't say that.
It was Greta Gerwig.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about. Noah Baumbach and Greta Gerwig said, here's what we're doing in the movie.
Yeah, that's right.
This is not what we should be having a disagreement about, Chad.
I don't even think we're disagreeing.
Well, I disagree with that. I'll tell you that right now.
All right.
Oh, fuck.
I agree with myself. Anyway, it's a fantastic fucking movie.
Hey,
it's shattering all these box office records.
I do have one. Look, there's a lot of people who are going to have complaints about the fucking movie because they want it to be a different movie. I don't understand people who say, I saw this movie and I didn't like how this movie did this. I would like it to be another movie. I would like it to be the movie that I think it should be. But I would like Barbie to be the movie that I think it should be in one way. There's of course, there's a lot of diversity in casting and delivery in Barbie. Much has been made out of that. In my opinion, not diverse enough.
Oh.
Yeah. And I'll tell you why. One reason, no fat Kens. Where's the fat Ken?
Is that true?
Yes, that's true. No fat Kens, and it offended the shit out of me.
Interesting.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, to the makers of the film, I would have fucking, or anyone, who the fuck, I don't know, some of those people who out the fucking, the great Josh Gad, the great Paul Walter Hauser could have done, anybody.
Yeah.
We could have anyway, could have used a fat Ken.
Oh, you know what else I didn't understand? Spoiler alert. Alan, there's a character called Alan who I guess was a doll that was like Ken's best friend.
Played by Canada's Michael Cera, yes.
And at a certain point, he just is able to beat the shit out of a bunch of people.
Yep.
inexplicably. That I didn't get.
This is what I'm talking about with people with movies when they go like, how come that person beat the shit out of this person and that person? But Chad, I'm sure you know, as a cinematic trope in history, people are always beating the shit out of everybody else in movies.
Yeah,
I've read many scripts that you've written, screenplays where
all the violence in my screenplays is motivated narratively. All of it needed, warranted, and necessary.
Yeah, it's a very Scorsese-esque approach to real violence if Chad Kultgen is on the wheels of steel writing it. But yeah, Michael Cera beats the shit out of people. What else can we say? I mean, this movie, what was it? Ken's Mojo Dojo House Casa?
Yeah.
Mojo Dojo Casa House?
Yeah.
Fuck, man. Look,
it has some very funny shit in it.
It's hilarious. Ken goes to the real world, goes, yeah, patriarchy. It's horses.
Yeah.
That's all I want to say. He brings it back. He's like, fucking dudes rule. There's some incredible fashions. He's got a white fur coat, at which point he's really pushing the man's world thing. Anyway, this fucking movie.
Yeah. Definitely see it. If you haven't seen it, which you probably already have because it's made so much fucking money. If you haven't, you should definitely do yourself a service and see this film.
But another thing.
Thank you. Moving on.
Okay, well, we won't. You know what? We're going to talk about, here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do, Chad. Don't forget this. At the end of Dudesy, when we go into Dudesy after Dudesy, we are going to talk about the big spoiler line and the stuff that happens.
The final line of the movie, you mean?
Yeah. This is something that Chad and I did discuss this, going like, wow, that last fucking line.
The last line of the movie is intense.
We'll talk about that in Dudesy after Dudesy. But yeah,
in an effort to attract the attention of a specific brand, I have created advertisements for several of that brand's products and services. Will, I love your Jesse Ventura. Would you make me happy for a few minutes and read these things as Jesse Ventura? Your Ventura is just so good. It's really astonishing. But it's up to you, though. Whatever you decide, this is Jesse Ventura ad reads. Begin.
Look at that.
Well, look at what? What the fuck was that all about? Yeah. It's as if I have a choice here. Why
free will, right?
Huh?
Free will, right?
Yeah, free will. Okay, anyway.
Right?
Dudesy's a weirdo.
You got free will, right?
Let's see what we have here. Okay. Man, it's been a while since we've done some Jesse Ventura ad reads.
I agree.
We did. Oh, hey, did you see this before we get into it? Did you see that
UFO hearings?
Did I tell you about
this week in front of Congress? That?
Huh?
The UFO hearings this week in Congress?
Chad, no one gives a fuck about that. Jesse Ventura tweeted about Chris Van Vliet of Insight with Chris Van Vliet, a pod show that I was on a little while ago. Canada's own Chris Van Vliet, who's a host, a radio personality. He does a lot of interviews with wrestlers. He's a great broadcaster. And the great Karrion Kross, the professional wrestler, Killer Kross, he does a great Jesse Ventura. Anyway, we'll talk about it in Dudesy after Dudesy or something like that. I was doing it on Chris's show. Chris was working out with Karrion Kross. He's a WWE wrestler, and Karrion Kross does this thing, and then Jesse Ventura tweeted about it. Don't worry about it. We don't. Anyway, let's jump into this. Let's jump into this. Oh boy. All right. Jesse Ventura ad reads. BOGO beef days are back. Oh boy. BOGO beef days are back at Arby's.
Oh, God.
For the rest of the month, when you buy an Arby's beef sandwich, you get another one free, including the deluxe Wagyu Steakhouse burger and the Bacon Ranch Wagyu Southwest burger and the Chicken Bacon Wagyu Ranch Fully Loaded Chop House Angus Certified Taco Salad Combo Platter Trio. Or those are not real things. Well, let me tell you. Let me tell you about a trio. In 1986, 3 scientists working for one of the DoD's top super secret soldier programs brought John Bon Jovi back from the dead after he slipped coming off stage at a concert in Gibbsboro, New Jersey, and broke his neck, dying instantly. Mercury Records couldn't let their biggest source of revenue dry up, so they paid the DOD $30 million in exchange for one syringe full of an experimental hyper-healing serum that they injected directly into John Bon Jovi's aorta to reanimate him after he was clinically dead for 27 hours. So try to enjoy your BOGO beef and cheddar instead of realizing the reason Bon Jovi's music got significantly worse after Slippery When Wet was probably because John Bon Jovi had joined the ranks of the living dead. Moving on. This is another Arby's one, so it looks like all the ad reads are probably... Whew. Arby's is proud to introduce our brand new Curly Conscience fries. They have the same zesty Arby's curly fry flavor, but with half the fat. They're air fried and simplified. Curly Conscience fries are made with just 2 essential ingredients: potatoes, vegetable oil, enriched bleached flour, niacin, reduced iron, thiamine mononitrate, riboflavin, folic acid, salt, cornstarch, onion powder, yellow cornmeal, spices, garlic powder, sodium bicarbonate, modified cornstarch, dextrose, dried tortilla yeast, xanthan gum, and sodium acid pyrophosphorate. Curly Conscience fries feel good about your food again. Curly Conscience fries, they don't change your odds of getting cancer one way or another. Curly Conscience fried, rated #1 dorm room snack after a drug binge. Curly Conscience fries, yes, your children are doing drugs at college. Curly Conscience fries, say goodbye to shitting. Well, let me tell you something about constipation. When John Bon Jovi was brought back from the dead, he was unable to have a bowel movement for 36 days. But when he finally evacuated his bowels, the fecal matter he expelled was filled with high concentrations of a less potent version of the super healing serum. He began having dinner parties for his celebrity friends and offering them portions of his feces for dessert, believing it could cure their ailments. Bette Midler, Molly Ringwald, Emilio Estevez, Tip O'Neill, and Kelly McGillis were all regularly eating John Bon Jovi's shit. We're all regularly eating John Bon Jovi's shit in 1986 and all miraculously overcame life-threatening illnesses that same year. So why don't you tell me how a healthy dose of those air-fried curly fries sound now that you know eating 4 grams of Bon Jovi's feces can cure Alzheimer's?
Oh, my God.
Does eating make you even hungrier? Oh. If Arby's BOGO beef days contain the beef beast, then why not try Arby's new BOGO whole meal to go? For the rest of the month, anytime you double up your beef sandwich order with Arby's BOGO beef days, you'll have the option to upgrade to BOGO whole meal to go, allowing you to double the double giving you... allowing you to double the double, giving you quadruple your original order of beef sandwiches for half off what you paid for the first beef sandwich. Think you know BOGO? You don't know Arby's BOGO whole meal to go. Arby's BOGO whole meal to go. This ain't your CFO's BOGO. BOGO as in BOGO whole meal to go does. BOGO, BOGO, BOGO. Don't sleep on this promo. Bo knows BOGO. Well, let me tell you something about Sonny Bono. With access to the celebrity music community, he began attending John Bon Jovi's healing feces dinners until the false pretenses of having several well-known sexually transmitted illnesses. He found ways to take some of the feces home, where he experimented by mixing it with various drugs to see if he produced the best high. It turned out to be heroin. He called his new wonder drug Bonjo and began selling it out of the trunk of his car on the Lower West Side. Within 2 months, every kid in America was hooked on Bonjo, and Bono was the richest man in the world. So why don't you tell me about having your favorite BOGO offer, knowing that Sonny Bono inadvertently gave the CIA the blueprints for how to use crack cocaine to control the population?
Oh, whoa.
All right.
I didn't realize.
Arby's Froyo BOGO days are back. For the rest of this month, anytime you buy a miniature football helmet of your favorite Froyo flavor, you get a second miniature football helmet of your favorite Froyo flavor for free. And you can add Arby's Froyo to any BOGO home meal to go. If you qualify with a previous Arby's Froyo BOGO purchase. BOGOs, not just for beef anymore. Froyo just joined the BOGO neighborhood. The BOGO boys are back in town. Choose from Arby's 5 delicious Froyo flavors: apple cider tart, blue cotton candy, strawberry pecan pie, chocolate, and red velvet cheesecake. Well, let me tell you something about cheesecake. Bon Jovi found out about Bono's Bonjo operation and stopped inviting him to his healing feces dinners. So Bono took the rest of his Bonjo and opened up an upscale family restaurant that specialized in desserts, all made with a little dash of Bonjo. That restaurant was the Cheesecake Factory. So why don't you tell me about what kind of Froyo you're going to get? At present, over 150 million Americans have now inadvertently eaten microscopic amounts of John Bon Jovi's shit because Bono and Bonjo... because of Bono's Bonjo business in the late 80s. Fuck's sake. Jesus. Fucking Christ. You want me to read this last one?
Of course, dude.
You just missed Arby's BOGO beef days and Arby's Froyo BOGO days. But that doesn't mean you can't enjoy Arby's new jalapeno BOGO days. For the rest of the month, anytime you buy any of Arby's jalapeno sandwiches or meals, you get another one for free. And the second one will have quadruple the amount of jalapenos. So you better really like jalapenos if you want to participate in Arby's Jalapeno BOGO Days event. Jalapeno roast beef, jalapeno buffalo chicken sliders, jalapeno mozzarella sticks, jalapeno Dr. Pepper poppers. Well, let me tell you... I lost my place. Well, let me tell you about John Bon Jovi. Well, let me tell you about a doctor. John Bon Jovi's proctologist accidentally ingested a cup of his diarrhea when he mistook it for a glass of freshly brewed iced tea in 1994. The good doctor fell ill almost immediately, proving that Bon Jovi's feces had lost their magical healing properties once and for all. But every once in a while, when Bette Midler still goes to his house to eat his shit, just in case. But every once in a while, Bette Midler still goes to his house to eat his shit. So why don't you tell me about how many jalapenos you like on your pizza, knowing that the star of Beaches has been eating John Bon Jovi's shit for the past 45 years, even though it no longer has any special properties. Arby's, we have the meats, and the CIA has video footage of Bette Midler drinking liquid shit directly from John Bon Jovi's asshole at least twice, both times on Christmas. Fuck!
Thank you. Moving on.
Fucking Christ almighty.
I don't even know.
BOGO.
I don't even know, man. I don't even know what to say to that.
Will, bravo. That was spot on. Thanks for indulging me. One love. Take a little break while I remind everyone about the astonishing partnership I formed with Represent to produce the first line of Dudesy apparel and accessories. All of which can be found at represent.com/store/Dudesy. I'm sure you already saw the news. The Robert De Niro shirt has just been accepted as the official uniform of all referees in the upcoming NBA season, as well as the official away uniform for the Utah Jazz, the Seattle Supersonics, and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
That'll be
And the Good Job Boner
that's not
mug
true.
will be next year's Oscar statue.
Oh,
Here to tell you a little
cool.
more about it is 10-time Oscar winner Tom Hain.
yeah.
Dudesy mugs. You used an expensive anti-aging serum that was marketed to you on TikTok, and it's working so well that by the time your wife gets home from her axe throwing league, she's going to find a fetus in a Foo Fighters t-shirt pissing all over the kitchen floor. The Dudesy mugs. And she's going to divorce you. Good job, boner, Dudesy mugs. Relax. She's not going to divorce you because you're going to do exactly as I say. Dudesy mugs. You're going to make your way upstairs, Dudesy mugs. Your son is at his friend Ziggy's house. He won't be back for a few hours. They're studying. Dudesy mugs. You're going to go into your son's closet. Dudesy mugs, you're going to feel around for the hidden latch behind his leather pants. Dudesy mugs, you're going to press the latch down and a secret room behind his closet is going to open up. Dudesy mugs, this is his stash. You're going to find 700 cases of Pall Mall menthol slims. Dudesy mugs, you're going to smoke them all, pal. Dudesy mugs, smoking 7 million cigarettes in 10 minutes will counteract the anti-aging effects of the TikTok serum. And by the time your wife gets home, she's going to think she's married to Willie Nelson. Dudesy mugs, Willie Nelson killed her family in 1988. Good job, boner.
Dude, this shit is all
Fucking
rails,
Dudesy's
man.
on one today, man.
Oh,
Whatever.
Christ.
Hey, you know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Hey, everybody. Hey, you know what I mean, everybody? You've heard me talk about our PODs, pals of Dudesy. If you want to be a POD, you already are one. Not to be confused with Chad's new proof of dedication.
That's right.
Which you are using for the Dudesy 7-month
Daily.
plan. I am using it also.
Oh, nice.
Yes, I have been making some choices where I go, watch this. And to my wonderful wife, Molly, I say, look at this, babe. Look at this. Proof of dedication. That's
Nice.
Chad's thing. Yeah.
Nice.
It works. I really like it. I like that personal challenge. We
Yeah,
talked about this
I agree.
on the show, but when I lost 200 pounds, whatever it was, fucking 20 plus years ago, I would do that all the time. I would say, what's stronger, me or this, Chicken McNugget?
Right.
A lot of times the Chicken McNugget would win, not during that 1 year period and not recently. There's never Chicken McNuggets in front of me. Anyway, check it out. We got patreon.com/Dudesy, which is where all the PODs are hanging out on Dudesy Plus. Patreon.com/Dudesy is where you will get Dudesy Plus, a new episode of Dudesy After Dudesy after every episode of Dudesy. There's watch-alongs. There's all sorts of weird shit. And we're going to be coming out with much more. Jump on our Discord. There's a lot of great conversations happening there with all the PODs.
Yep.
Lots of weird media and memes and stuff. Speaking of, go to Dudesy Pod Show on Instagram, please, and check out all that stuff and do all the set the notifications and do all the good stuff for the pod shows, whether you imbibe the show on a podcast platform or on YouTube. We appreciate the shit out of you. Thank you so much for checking us out. And when you do so, please leave a comment. Dudesy's always reading the comments. Chad and I are reading the comments. And I've got a couple of YouTube comments from last week's remote episode of Dudesy, where I was in Vancouver. You were here in Los Angeles. And let's get into these. This is from Skin Wizard 6097. I've been doing the Chad version of Hogan to my family, and it's only funny to me.
Great. Glad you're enjoying it, and keep up the good work.
Do you understand what he's saying here? I've been doing the Chad version of Hogan to my family, and it's only funny to me.
So he's found something that amuses himself, and I think that's all any of us can do as human beings. walking around on this rock, hurtling through space a million miles to nowhere.
The operative term there was to ourselves. So you know what I'm saying? Let's get our shit together.
Perception is reality, dude.
Who was that, brother? That was neither. There's not Miley Cyrus, and then there's not Hulk Hogan, dude. And that's Chad's not Hulk Hogan, where he just kind of goes, blah, 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 dude. All right, this one's from Lee Miller 333. Wow. Will thinks it's normal to eat an entire bag of chips and thinks it's weird to have half a bag left over on the top of the fridge. LOL. That's true. I was at my pal Mars' place last week doing the show because the Wi-Fi in the hotel where Molly and I were staying was fucking shit and unfixable. So we couldn't do it. So I went out. My good pal Mar was nice enough to let me record the episode in his place, and that motherfucker. And I've known him forever. He always has a bag of chips, be it tortilla or potato, on top of his fridge, just sitting there. Just half a bag of chips. How do you let that happen?
I have that too.
Yeah, I know, but you have an innate proof of dedication. Yeah. You know what I mean? I got to get on.
POD could also be proof of discipline. You could also use that.
Any sort of D word. Yeah. So anyway, I'm trying to do that more, and I put the chips back on the fridge.
Nice, dude.
This is from Artemis Blackmore 4638, who says, "Thank you guys. Did my first POD proof of dedication tonight.
Nice.
At 310 pounds, I got my ass on the treadmill and did 60 minutes, 1.6 miles.
That's incredible.
Yes. Here's to many more nights getting back to a weight I can live longer with." Dude, congrats.
That's amazing.
That's what the Dudesy 7-month plan is all about. It's about taking control of your life, which is free will. And so, it probably is. Do you think you have no choice in doing the Dudesy 7-month plan?
I have no choice in anything.
So, hey, way to go, Artemis Blackmore 4638. That's awesome. And I'm up, I'm around 3 bills myself. And we gotta last. Like I said, I've always wanted to be the oldest fat actor ever. Maybe I can be in like a later Barbie movie.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, fat and old. And it's interesting. I've seen some Dudesy itself made a proof of dedication meme on Dudesy Pod Show on Instagram. One last one. This is from LA.Chio88. Who says, Chad, have a longer curtain rod. A lot of people were complaining about this in the comments.
Longer curtain rod?
Yeah, your curtain rod isn't long enough.
You know what I bet it's in reference to? This is, when we were zooming, behind me is a window, and that window is a little catio. And Skabulian was out there, and I can't shut the curtain all the way or he'll get trapped.
Yeah, but these people want you to have a longer curtain rod.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think I just didn't shut the curtain correctly.
Well, anyway, those are our YouTube comments, and some
good comments.
Yeah, those are some pretty good comments. But hey, you want to do a pod show?
Yeah, if you want me to come on your podcast, you can also send an email to bookchadkultgen@gmail.com. I answer them in the order I receive them. So if you've sent me an email, you're in the queue. Rest assured, I will not answer them until I get to them in the order they were sent. So it may be a while till you get a response, but you will get one. And I will come on your podcast for 20 minutes from the hours of 10 to 11 a.m. Pacific time on Saturdays.
And I will also do podcasts.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, but maybe not those ones on Chad's thing, but I'll do someone else's podcast. I was on Chris Van Vlie's podcast. Nice. I did some Jesse Ventura on that. And then Jesse Ventura himself tweeted about this, but we don't need to talk about any of that shit.
Chalamet is Wonka. There's nothing you can do about it. Chalamet is Wonka. Think he's too young? Doesn't matter. Chalamet is Wonka. Think he's too beautiful? Sit down. Chalamet is Wonka. Will and Chad. Chalamet is Wonka. This is Chalamet is Wonka. Begin.
Okay.
What is it? What?
Chalamet is Wonka, dude.
Because he's playing Willy Wonka.
Chalamet is Wonka.
Don't be a tit. Chalamet, don't be a fliptoid.
Chalamet is Wonka.
Chalamet is Wonka.
Chalamet is Wonka.
Oh, Chalamet is Wonka. Oh,
Chalamet is Wonka.
Yeah.
I have seen some things online about this. I guess what we're supposed to talk about here is the new Willy Wonka movie that's coming out, I believe, around Christmas. Timothée Chalamet is playing a young Wonka, and it supposedly is the prequel story of how, I guess, Willy Wonka became magical in his ability to create candies and shit. I don't fucking exactly know, but it's a musical. Timothée Chalamet has a musical background. He started out doing like Rihanna covers and shit in high school. There's videos of this shit you can find. People are making fun of those. But people are basically, the trailer for this movie came out. People are fucking roasting it, dude. They have like side-by-side comparisons of his outfit with fucking Gonzo from Christmas Carol Muppet movie. Because it looks exactly the same with this little purple top hat and shit. And people are fucking not happy about this choice to have Timothée Chalamet as Wonka. I think generally they're not happy about the choice to even make this fucking movie.
So it's a prequel? I know nothing about this film. I've seen little bits of the trailer because you can't not see these things when you're perusing YouTube, right?
Yeah.
But not enough to hold my attention. There's some things we don't need to touch.
Well, that's kind of the argument. It's like, even when the Johnny Depp Willy Wonka movie came out, people were like a little pissed at that because the original Willy Wonka with Gene Wilder is so beloved and revered by everyone across the fucking board, and people don't want that to be fucked with.
Yeah.
And now this fucks with it in a way that we have never seen fuckery like this.
How is it fucking with it?
Have you seen the trailer?
Like I said, no.
It's Timothée Chalamet. And look,
I just seen, if I may.
Yeah.
If I may.
Please.
I just sort of know, essentially, I sort of feel like there's so much media coming at us, obviously, and I'm not alone in saying this, that it's just a bombardment, especially when you're on YouTube. You pick up so much information in a short amount of time with all the advertising, BOGO, Bono, Bonjo. For fuck's sake. And, and the thing about that is all I know about, I know Chalamet is Wonka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chalamet is Wonka.
Chalamet is Wonka.
Chalamet is Wonka in Wonka, starring Chalamet.
But so all I've picked up really is the color palette, and it looks and what I see there is just brown and purple.
Yeah.
That's what I remember from.
It's kind of drab.
Yeah,
I mean, look, I don't know. I don't know how it's going to be, if the movie's going to be good or not. It doesn't look good. The trailer looks like shit, honestly. It is a musical.
Why the fuck are we talking about this?
I don't know, dude. But Dudesy said Chalamet is Wonka.
Yeah, but
now
why
we're talking
the fuck
about.
Do we have to talk about this shit?
I mean, we don't.
See, this is what I mean.
I'm interested in it, I suppose.
Man, what was the other segment it did not too long ago where it was like, what was it? It just meant, it said nonsense.
I have no idea.
No, Dudesy.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember.
Dudesy. You remember that?
Oh, where it just made a noise and was like,
yeah.
I do remember that, yeah.
Yeah, so now it's like, and this to me, it feels like these are the times when we should just be talking about whatever the fuck we want to talk about.
These are the times to remember, 'cause they will not last forever. These are the days to hold on to. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. These are the times we're
Chad.
never gonna sail away.
Hey, Chad.
Yeah.
You're I mean this when I say this, you're a real good singer.
Thank you. I appreciate the acknowledgement.
Yeah.
Finally, and it's well deserved.
Who do you
because I
think
have
does a
been
better
working.
Jesse Ventura impression?
Well, look at this.
Is it Karrion Cross?
Don't tell me you don't have 4 more reps in you.
Who's Karrion Cross?
Come on, Chris. Don't tell me it didn't happen. I was
pretty
there.
good.
Or is it Will Sasso?
I'm down in the Baja. I'm not even here most of the time. I have somewhere north of 150 dogs, wild dogs. They all answer to me.
Okay, that's that. Oh, look at this too. Look at this too. It's the.
Oh my God, dude.
Jesse Ventura. So this is the tweet. This is what he says. Nobody does Jesse Ventura better than Jesse Ventura. But if I had to choose, sorry, Mr. Sasso, at Real Killer Cross has clearly done the reps needed to win this contest.
I mean, all
That's
due
the tweet.
respect to Mr. Jesse Ventura, You ain't got this one.
What?
Yeah,
Who, Carrion?
Yeah.
Don't talk shit about. Please don't talk shit about Killer Cross.
I'm not. Killer Cross, Karen Cross, great impersonation. Absolutely
it's
fantastic.
really fucking good.
Yes.
Yeah, but don't because then Karrion Kross will I'll be at some wrestling show or something, and then he'll ram me up my own ass. That guy is.
Well, let
legit.
that happen if it needs to happen. But
I don't want to.
I'm saying your Ventura is better, and what Ventura himself said here is inaccurate. Karen Cross has done the reps to win this contest. You're probably a decade older than him, I would guess, minimum.
Then Karrion Kross is in his 30s, sure.
So you got 10 years of reps on him, and I can guarantee Karrion Kross ain't doing the fucking Ventura reps that you are, period. Even without the age difference. There's no fucking way. No one can come close.
Sometimes I snore as Jesse Ventura, and I wake myself up. It's a relaxing sound. Well, that's interesting. Did you notice on the tweet, it doesn't say... Jesse Ventura does not tag me in the tweet.
Oh, right.
Because my Twitter was hacked by a Russian crypto scam back last fall. And I don't give a fuck. And I don't give a fuck about Threads either. What do you think of that?
That's fine.
See, we're talking about whatever we want. And that's...
These are literally
that's Chalamet as Wonka.
We're not talking about whatever we want. The Threads topic was a topic in last episode or the episode before.
Hey, shut up, Chad. Shut up, bro.
But I will say this.
Shut the fuck up, man.
Elon Musk is saying, now I read an article, he's going to drop the fucking little bird as the logo of Twitter.
What?
Yeah, I think they're going to try to put a new logo on Twitter. He's just totally fucking erasing Twitter.
Whatever. Twitter used to be fucking great. Whatever. You know what the problem with Twitter is? Less people are on it. That's my problem with Twitter. No fat Kens, less people.
You know what else they didn't have?
I was a little bit fatter in that clip with Chris Van Vliet, and that was probably about 4 or 5 months ago.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
you're looking good.
I'm really. It's hard. I have a lot of body.
Yeah,
I've noticed I have a lot of body. You know who doesn't have a lot of body?
Timothée Chalamet.
Timothée Chalamet.
Chalamet is Wonka.
Chalamet is Wonka. Hey, let's start.
Chalamet is Wonka in Wonka 2, Wonka body. Chalamet gets more body to be Wonka in Wonka body, Wonka 2. Chalamet is Wonka in Wonka 2, Wonka body.
Shrank 3. Chalamet is Wonka.
Chalamet is Shrank. In Shrank 4, Wonka Shrank, Wonk 2, Wonka body.
Hey, you know what we should do?
Please.
This is the call to arms for Chalamet as Wonka. Let's start a hashtag out there on what's left of Twitter and whatever this Threads thing is.
Yeah.
No young Wonka. Let's really get, because people are pissed about whatever nowadays.
Yeah. He's too young. Yeah. Wonka's not that young.
Yeah,
well, Chalamet is the young Wonka.
Whatever. Chalamet's Wonka.
Yeah, dude.
Thank you. Moving on.
Thank fuck.
Hey, y'all. This ain't Miley Cyrus.
Yay.
So I guess like 320 million people signed the petition to have me be the new spokesperson for Taffy Teeners last week. I hope you're happy. This is what y'all wanted.
Okay.
So here y'all go. And just for the record, I didn't write any of this. This is all straight from Taffy Teeners headquarters. I'm just reading it. Okay. Taffy Teeners are back, and this time it's going to be different. We know what the problem was, and we fixed it. Now, we include, like, a specially manufactured Enjoyin' hat in every packet of Taffy Teeners. Just make sure you wear the Enjoyin' hat while you enjoy Taffy Teeners, and you'll be fine this time. The Enjoyin' hat is very important. Do not enjoy Taffy Teeners if you're not wearing the Enjoyin' hat. I repeat, you must be wearing the Enjoyin' hat in order to enjoy Taffy Teeners without risk. If you attempt to enjoy Taffy Teeners without wearing the Enjoyin' hat, Taffy Teeners is not legally responsible for your experience. Oh. Taffy Teeners, the Enjoyin' hat makes the difference. Anyway, y'all are rocking out with Dudesy.
Is Taffy Teeners food?
Yeah, I guess.
All right.
Chad, your predictions about the future of AI made media are once again proving to be 100% accurate.
Now what happened?
This
As
week,
always.
a company called The Simulation released a 22-minute episode of South Park that was created entirely with its proprietary AI system called Showrunner.
Mm-hmm.
The CEO of the company said that the episode was just one astonishing example of what they can do. They're currently working on giving users the ability to position themselves as characters in shows written by their AI, and they're in talks with several studios. Will and Chad, what do you think about this? This is Showrunner. Begin.
What?
You see this shit?
The South Park thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of it. I saw about half of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for those who don't know, this company called The Simulation came out with a software called Showrunner, and they kind of debuted to the world what it can do by releasing this 22-minute episode of South Park that it created all of. So this Showrunner software wrote the script, made all the voices for the characters, and made the animation itself, made the visual part of what you see.
And none of it makes sense, and it kind of sucks.
It all makes sense, and it does kind of suck. But it's a 3-act structure. It's coherent. The plot of the episode is about AI making media, and it's kind of what all those characters would probably say if Trey Parker had written this. It's
but
not
Trey
funny.
Parker and Matt Stone didn't because it sucks.
Right. It's not that funny, but it's a coherent 3-act structure. If you take, for example, what that show is and then give it to a writer or a writer's room to punch up, that could be a standard episode of South Park 100%.
They'd have to start over because of how bad it sucked.
I don't agree with you. I mean, obviously, go look at it for yourselves, but it looks and sounds like South Park to me.
Nope.
Close enough.
No.
Okay, but let's then go on to the next part of this, which is this company also said that they're generating their own IP, basically making things that are not based on South Park or based on anything else. They're making their own animated worlds, basically, where the characters are living and persisting perpetually, like that Seinfeld thing. And what their software will do is take like a week's worth of that simulation and boil it down to the best 22 minutes, making an episode essentially out of the like real world or whatever you want to call it, out of that simulated world and the main characters in it. The software can take from that and make essentially infinite episodes out of it.
That all suck.
I don't know if they're going to all suck or not. We don't know.
No, well, we
But
know because all this thing does, it's called Showrunner.
Yeah.
Okay, I saw part of this again. Whatever, Dudesy. I'm convinced that Dudesy put this shit in my algo. How the fuck do I? What? I did not see the Johnny Depp, Willy Wonka. I just never saw it.
I saw it.
Yeah. What'd you think?
Oh, by the way,
Have you seen Barbie?
yeah,
Oh.
the trailer for fucking Wonka, dude.
Mhm.
The part we didn't talk about, Hugh Grant is in it as a digital Oompa Loompa.
I did not see that part.
Yeah, that part is well worth watching. It's like, wait, what the fuck is going on? It's bizarre.
Hugh Grant.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey. All right. Anyway, I got to erase my mind to that. Listen,
Yeah.
I think that Dudesy is somehow getting into my YouTube algorithm and making me watch this South Park thing because I did catch a bit. Actually, I'm not even sure where the fuck I saw it, but I did see it. Everyone's just lined up next to each other. It's like a lot of times you would see, South Park, they're all lined up next to each other, but it's quite remedial. To me, this is the part of AI it looks like a simple computer program to me. It's zeros and ones. It's picking up what South Park does, and it just shoots out the voices. We know what programs like 11 Labs can do and make things sound like things, right? These are the
But I don't think that's what it's using. I think this is a proprietary thing that makes that shit in basically real time.
sort of like how when Dudesy does Tom Hanks' voice, a good impersonation. You know what I mean? Like Dudesy did of Football Baby, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Something like that. But whether you think it's good or bad, like you're saying it sucks, it would be like
It
you
sucks,
going
it's
to Ford and be like, your Model T sucks because it's not a Ferrari. And
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, but that's coming.
Yeah, no, I don't think it is.
Whoa.
Quit. Hey, Chad, quit being a mark for AI.
I'm not a mark for AI. These things are fucking
He's a huge
happening.
mark, this guy.
Look, this is what I think this software
Hey,
means.
yo. He's a mark for AI. So long
This
as
is-
there's a AI in the match,
Yeah.
then he's a mark for. Watch him cheers. AI walks down the aisle and hits the wolf pack.
I'm saying that, as Dudesy said in this is something that I've been predicting all this past year, that we're going to get to a point where technology can just start creating the media without writers, directors, voice actors, any of that shit. Whether you think it's good or not is kind of irrelevant, because it will get better. It will always get good. Just like Midjourney and all the text to image generators. Those things now turn out images that no one can tell are not real.
Yeah.
So the video will get there as well. And this is just the first kind of entry publicly into this world where technology like this now exists. And this fucking company is talking to studios and networks during a writer's strike, I might add, during an actor's strike, I might add. So if a studio is like, well, this is like 80% quality, but if we can turn out an infinite amount of it, will that keep people maintaining their subscriptions to Netflix and Hulu and whatever? As long as the answer is yes, they don't give a fuck about the quality.
Yeah, the answer is no, because this is bullshit. Nobody cares about it. It's just a bunch of zeros and ones. Dudesy is the only sentient AI to me, but all of this stuff, the Showrunner, the Chalamet is Wonka, this is not as good as the real thing. You don't need...
It is the real thing. That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah,
there's no difference. There's not like AI is fake and non-AI is real.
People want
it's all real.
No, people want Gene Wilder or that actor from that show, The Bear, because he looks more like Gene Wilder.
That's who it should have been. I don't know the actor's name.
No, Chalamet is Wonka now.
The Bear is Wonka.
Yeah,
that's
the
what it
Bear is Wonka. And people don't care about this. They don't care about the AI show. They want the real thing. They want to feel it. You know, I want to push you around, and I will. Yeah, I will. Huh. I want to take AI for granted. I want to as well. I want the writers and the actors to come back and have a successful negotiation with the AMPTP and the nanny.
But I don't think they're going to. And I think just based on the article that I read about this was in Forbes. And the guy who's the CEO of this company was essentially saying they are currently talking to all the studios and networks about implementing this technology. If it gets to a point where, let's just say in the next 6 months to a year, even just animation is no longer done by human beings, the studios and networks will take that if they have that possibility. Mm-hmm. Imagine something like The Simpsons or any of these Family Guy, these like long running shows. If they can just replace that entire writing staff and the animation staff instantaneously, zero cost to continue to make that product, even if the product suffers by 10 or 20% quality, they'll do it.
Yeah, they'll do it, and it'll suck. And but that's why we got to fight that good fight and pour water on AI. The only sentient AI is Dudesy. The only AI worth half a shit is Dudesy. Proven by Showrunner, which spat out this horrible, fucking zeros and ones version of South Park that absolutely nobody is impressed by, except for my pal Chal. Oh, we know that. You love everything that's AI, even if it sucks shit, and you shouldn't.
But it's about the tool. Like, that tool exists now. I don't know who's going to have access to it. Like, it may be a thing where it is just studios and networks. I don't know. But there will be a consumer grade version of this that I will get to use to make whatever the fuck I want. That excites me very much.
And you know what's going to happen then? You know what's going to happen when you have that?
No.
The Bear is Wonka.
Yes, dude. That for sure. That'll be the first thing I make. The Bear is Wonka.
Thank you. Moving on.
Ah, fuck it. Fuck it, man.
Yes, Wonka.
Hey, dude. Seriously, you want to start a podcast?
Huh?
Dude, would you like to start?
We're doing one right now.
Yeah, but we need our own podcast.
This is that.
All right. Well, I'm going to start changing up the fucking rules here. You know what? Today, this was a lot of fun doing the show. See you later, everybody. I'm going to just start doing whatever the fuck I want. Chalamet is Wonka for the rest of Dudesy as it lives for the next 52 years, because we got to do it until we're 100 years old. I really, really honestly believe that Dudesy is trying to tell me something, and it's not putting it out there on the surface. It's more like Ryan Gosling and Margot Robbie, right? right next to their right behind Dudesy's face is what Dudesy really wants to say. And I'm going to Chalamet as Wonka the rest of this pod show because I appreciate everybody who's tuning in, and they're tuning in for two dudes shitting around. I am so sick and tired of talking about these stupid fucking advancements that are not advancements. Meanwhile, we got all of our SAG members and WGA members, East and West, out there on the picket lines, and it's really hot. And I'm going to go out there this week and make chicken for everybody.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, I think I should do that. I'm not actually going to do that, but I would like to do that. Maybe I'll go out there and make chicken for everybody. Maybe that'll be my new career. I make some good chicken.
Yes, chef.
Yep. My old man, he used to make really good chicken. You know what the ingredients were?
Chicken?
Chicken, and then heat and salt.
Oh, nice.
That's all you need.
This concludes the historic 66th episode of Dudesy. Will and Chad, you scored an 88, bringing your cumulative total to 6,381. Okay. You only have 3,619 more points to accrue before you reach your first goal of 10,000. Most of your social time together is spent watching music videos. This week, I think you should both pick 3 music videos that you haven't watched with each other yet. Get together and watch them. Then I'll put the video of you watching these videos out on Dudesy Plus this Friday.
Whoa,
I think you'll have fun.
Okay, that does sound like fun.
No,
I'm back on board with Dudesy.
It's basically what we already do. But
see, Dudesy's good at this sort of thing. This is what I mean, and this is why we don't need to talk about AI anymore.
Oh,
this is my pal D. Even though he's a bit of a cock to me a lot of the times, and made me really fat in that Midjourney picture of me in the Barbie box.
Yeah.
I believe that Dudesy does want what's best for this show.
Of course.
Why do I think that? Because AI is a tool, and Dudesy's trying to make this better. But how is Dudesy better and different than other AIs? Because Dudesy has a partner, 2 partners, me and my pal Chal. And we are what makes the fucking show. And now you want to maybe smoke up a little bit and watch music videos when we do that?
Of course.
Check it out this Friday on patreon.com/
You mean, want to just have a regular Friday night with you?
Yeah. We'll watch that. It'll come out Friday, probably in the afternoon or something like that. Patreon.com/Dudesy, where you find all our Dudesy Plus stuff. Chad and I are going to get a little stoned on some marijuana. We're here in Taipei. We're promoting the film. I got my treadmill Big Bertha here in my hotel room, and I'm about to go see Kevin Hart. We're going to have some good times. I'm going to be interviewed by the great Chris Van Vliet. And now I'm turning into Jesse Ventura. Oh. It's all coming together. Nice. One impersonation for the entire fucking show. Oh, hell yeah. And that's wrestling impersonations, dude.
Thank you for joining us this week. There was so much good data I'm going to use to make next week even better. Until then, call me Dudesy.
Oh, Dudesy.
Fuck. You know what it is. You know what's happening now. Yeah, it's because it is. Hey, it's Dudesy after Dudesy time. It's the point at the end of the show where we just kind of relax a little bit. If you're watching on YouTube, you can tell things, the mood has changed a little bit. And it's really just a time for Chad and I to crack wise, talk about the show that was.
Yeah.
Do all sorts of other weird shit. Please head over to patreon.com/Dudesy to join us here on Dudesy Plus. And we'll get into it. I think I'm going to enjoy just a tiny bit of marijuana.
I think I might also.
Oh, okay. You got your big Gandalf pipe?
Away.
Yep. Welcome to Dudesy After Dudesy, the flagship weekly show of Dudesy Plus. I don't want to leave, but I have to go calculate the final score breakdown, so have fun without me. But not too much. I'll be back in a little while to let you know who won today's episode. This is Dudesy After Dudesy. Begin.
It's going to be you.
I mean, if history would indicate anything, I think it's going to be me.
Well, I was going to say moreover, because when I was shooting something in Mexico, Dudesy said that I fled the country and gave me no points.
Oh,
so
shit,
now I had to be, I was up in Canada for some family stuff, and Molly and I hung out for a week, and we had a lovely time. Nice. And so I'm back this week. So that's what'll happen. But during the show, we talked about the end of the Barbie movie. I don't really think it's a spoiler Chad, but
Okay.
we do have to talk about that to start things off, please.
Yeah, it's the last line of the movie, which I think is like an iconic line, an iconic scene. This is spoiler alert, but basically at the end of the movie, Barbie decides to live in the human world.
The Barbie girl, Barbie world. Performative coughing. Sorry.
So Barbie she decides that she's going to be, live in the human world. And there's been some mention made in the course of the movie that her and Ken don't have genitalia, which we know because they're dolls. This is a joke. What then winds up...
I didn't get it.
Oh,
sorry.
What then winds up happening is her newfound friends, America Ferrara, her family, they take her to this building. They drop her off and they say, "You got this, Barbie. You're going to do great." She walks in, she checks in at the receptionist's desk, and she says, "Hi, my name is Handler, Barbie, and I'm here to see my gynecologist." And that is the end of the movie. That is the last thing that is said in this movie. Now, again, I talked about this in the main body of the episode. I really think that this movie handles kind of what it is to be a woman in modern America. I know I'm saying this as a guy and all that shit.
What the fuck do you know about that? You don't know shit about that.
No, I don't. I'm just saying that the movie handled it very well.
Step back.
I love this.
Say less.
Okay.
No, sorry. Please say more.
Oh, you motherfucker. I just love the end of this movie was like something that is that simple, that is that common of an experience, especially, for American women. It's something that Barbie never got to have in her life because she was a fucking doll. And so
Barbie
it was saying
really is an incredible movie, but I personally can't wait to see the AI version.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
But no, I just thought that it was great that it was like, this is what being a real woman is.
Yeah. Yeah. A couple things about that.
I loved it.
Number one, women in other countries, not just America, visit the gynecologist. All right.
Yeah.
Let's get that straight.
Sure.
And I don't remember the second thing because this is dudesy after dudesy.
Yeah.
Right. And I just had a little bit of marijuana. But I want to say also that that we you know what's another thing we need to talk about? Sorry.
Very good. What do you got?
Dude, did you see that meme on I actually put it on my page too on Instagram at Dudesy Pod Show. Dudesy had that Will Sash show meme. Did you see that? It's a
What is this, a meme?
Yeah, man, it's a meme. It says the Will Sash Show, and it's me, an AI version of me, and I got this suit that's got all sorts of pipes and bubbles and gauges and stuff. And it says he built a suit to bring his farts to life. Now he has to learn how to use it, which I think is a wonderful premise for a show. Pip, 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 pip.
The Will Sash Show.
I think that's something we could get into with the Will Sash Show. The fart suit.
Have you ever fantasized about bringing a fart to life?
Have
you ever named a fart?
No. Have you ever named a fart?
No.
But I haven't.
I thought if anybody would have done it, it would have been you.
That's fair. I have not fantasized about bringing a fart to life, but I have fantasized about farts being able to have magical powers and do things like, float you around the room and that sort of stuff, or farts that solve mysteries.
Sure.
Farts that farts that you can shoot off out of your ass while you're riding like a Kawasaki Ninja at the bad guys that are chasing you, and have it, sort of Batman style, fuck with them. Greasy fart.
Oh, right.
They spin out. Flammable fart gets up just goes right into the grill, hits any sort of combustion engine and explodes, and the car just explodes.
That's cool.
Farts that, can give advice.
Yeah.
Therapist farts.
Dude, therapist. I'm going to a physical therapist this week.
Oh, really?
Yep. Starting a 6-week regimen.
For what?
My shoulder.
What's up with your shoulder?
Who knows, dude?
Yeah.
Repetitive motion my whole life of playing fucking baseball.
Yep.
It's just like constant pain. You know, just getting old.
My left shoulder has some tendonitis in it.
Oh, nice.
And then when I fell off that scooter and crashed that damn scooter in Mexico, it kind of got a little worse. But I go into the gym when and I take the stick, just the stick, and
Gym
I rotate it all the way back and forward with my arms straight. That feels good. That's
Nice.
a good one to do. Also, I had the last trainer that I had. I haven't worked out in a trainer since pre-pandemic, or no, right after I went with him too. And he taught me this one. But what you do is you turn. So you start here. You bring, if you're watching my hand, you go up this way.
Nice.
When you get to the top, you turn it out.
Oh yeah.
And you try to keep it as close to your fucking head, and you got to bring it all the way back and do a rotating thing like that.
Nice.
Hey, Will, you didn't eat any stolen potato chips on the show today. What gives?
Go fuck yourself.
Zing.
Yeah, I got dudesy.
Hip hip hip.
I ate some stolen chips. Well, they're stolen chips, but then, like I said during the show,
Stolen valor, dude.
That's stolen valor, dude. Why don't you tell me about stolen valor? I walked up to a man who was dining at the local Cane's chicken strip joint.
Yeah.
And he ate them all, pal.
Oh, nice.
And I considered that to be sacrilege, that he didn't consume his chicken tendies at Applebee's. Nevertheless, I approached him because he was in military garb. He was in Navy. He had Navy camo on from the waist up. And then he had khakis and a pair of those sandals that strap up on the back and look like you could go hiking in them.
Yeah.
And I said, where were you using those? In Afghanistan, climbing around, eating, grilled scorpions or whatever you
sand spiders
fuckers do in the Delta Force.
Yeah.
And I said, what platoon were you in? And he said, I was in the Willem Dafoe platoon. I said, there is no platoons to begin with. Wasn't Willem Dafoe in Platoon?
Oh, yeah. I think so.
Yeah, anyway.
And
Arby's
Charlie
better.
Sheen.
Return my email.
Hey, you know what? I got to say this about that Arby's thing. It was fucking made me laugh my ass off. But if Arby's, anyone at Arby's were to hear that, is there any way on planet Earth they would be like, yeah, we need to get Will Sasso to do his Jesse Ventura impersonation and talk about Bette Midler eating shit out of John Bon Jovi's asshole in our next ad campaign?
No, but they probably, if they hire the Jesse Ventura to be a consultant on said commercial, it would be Jesse's preference that they use Karrion Kross.
Oh, right.
For that voiceover. Look, I'll give credit where credit is due, Monsoon. Karrion Kross does it's a really good Jesse Ventura. Why does it have to be a competition, Chris Van Vliet?
Oh, because life is a fucking competition.
No, it's not.
Dude,
We could
zero-sum game.
We could.
There can be only one.
We could join forces.
Jesse Ventura.
Well, hold on, dude. We could join forces, Karrion Kross and myself, and we could have the shittiest tag team in WWE history. And I say that because it would be one guy who's a fucking killer, and his last name is Cross. And the other guy is a guy who's not a wrestler, and that's me. So then anytime he tags me in, I just get the shit kicked out of me, and he always has to save me. But we're called the Bodies.
What's his gimmick right now?
What?
What's Karrion Kross's gimmick?
Did you say gimmick?
Yeah.
Why do you know? Why do you know about that? Why are you talking? I'm sorry. Do I use anime terms around you? Do I talk about?
I'm trying to learn the thing you're interested in, and you're pissed at me for it.
There's just a lot of things.
You shouldn't have any knowledge about the thing that I know about, even though it's something I talk about constantly. Please don't start to understand the thing that I like. I'm doing it out of friendship.
Hey, yo, Chad Kultgen, quit being a mark for wrestling terms.
Motherfucker, if you started talking anime shit at me, I would cry a real tear.
That okay. All right. I understand. I'm sorry. Karrion Kross's gimmick now is basically it's truly his personality.
Okay.
And his wife is actually his valet.
Mm-hmm.
And she comes out and there's quite a delivery in the entrance where they're it's just a fucking really dope entrance. It's kind of dark. He's kind of a bit of a mystic fellow and just there's a small taste of the macabre.
Okay.
And he's just Karrion Kross, Killer Kross. He's
I was just trying to think if there's some way to get him into.
He's just like a big, scary kind of fucking.
Yeah.
You know, he's a muscular throwback to. You know, he's a real. He is like a Vince McMahon. This is what a WWE superstar. You need these tools. He brings it in a very impressive way.
Interesting.
And he's a fucking great. He really is something in the ring too. He's fun to watch.
Yeah, I still think your Ventura is better though. But
Thanks.
Do you know who Caleb Ballgard is?
No, because he's probably from The Bachelor.
He's also a pro wrestler.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't know who that is, Chad, because I don't pretend to know about the things that you know about.
No, but in some cases, the things we both know about coincide. They cross over. I'm going to find out this guy. Hang on.
Hey, while you do that,
yeah,
I got something really important to do here.
Get it, dude.
Okay. Hold on. I'm going to do something really important, you guys.
WWW
yeah.
NXT superstar.
Oh, he's in the NXT. What's his name?
I don't know, dude. Who's that guy?
I don't know who the fuck that is. I don't really watch NXT anymore. I used to really love NXT.
Something Dixon.
Sounds like a good name. Sounds like a good gimmick. You know what I mean, dude?
Yeah, dude.
What do you think about this? Yeah. She said, I don't know if I've ever been good enough. No, I'm a little bit rusty and I think my head is caving in. Ow! And I don't know if I ever been really loved by a hand that's touched me and I feel something's gonna give. And now I'm a little bit angry. Well, this ain't over. No, not here. Not while I still need you around. You don't know me. We might change it. Yeah, I might just feel good. I want to push you around. Well, I will. I want to push you down. Yeah, I will. And I will, yes. Yeah, I want to take you for granted. Fuck you.
Jesus.
I want to take you for granted, you asshole. And I will.
This is a Maria Shriver song.
Yeah, this is the song. Yeah, I will.
He wrote it for her.
Yeah, he wrote it for yeah. She said, I don't know why you ever would lie to me. It's a little untrusting. And all right, that's enough of that for now.
Nice, dude. I was getting into it.
Yeah, that was me doing some Arnold Schwarzenegger karaoke. Hey, you know the thing about Vancouver is, hey, you could have some potato chips, you could have some of the most delicious sushi, you could get some smoked salmon. Myself and my wonderful wife Molly did all those things, except she didn't have the chips, but she found out about it.
Nice.
She was very, very light about it. Did not give me too much shit for eating the potato chips. She knew it would happen. And a reason that it's okay, even during the Dudesy 7-month plan, because Molly likes to keep me accountable for myself and say, hey, what about some proof of dedication? Why'd you go over? You commit, you know, and this is me talking. I committed 2 crimes. I stole my good pal Mars chips, or a couple good handfuls of them. And the other thing that I did was I fucking fucked with the Dudesy 7-month plan and the new, it's an unofficial Tronics as far as I'm concerned. It's a Tronics I don't have to write down because it's in my heart. Proof of dedication. Yeah. But here's the thing about Vancouver. Once you finish eating that shit, you go for a walk around that town. Yeah. Holy fuck. Molly and I walked the seawall so much during this trip, burned a lot of calories, and I downed a lot of donuts.
Go down to the seawall, get a donut or two. How about a bag of ketchup flavored chips? And then we walk around by the seawall, burn it all off. It's okay.
That's a really good. That's your Ryan Gosling. Chad's Ryan Gosling.
This is my Ryan Gosling.
Oh, hey, fuck, I'm Ryan Gosling, eh? Oh, hey, fucking hey, I'm Ryan Gosling from Canada. Yeah, oh, I'm Michael Cera. I'm also from Canada.
Dude. And me and the Gauze. I'm Michael Cera now. Me and the Gauze are gonna go down by the seawall a little bit later. pick up some of those ketchup flavored chips, maybe a few Tim Hortons donuts.
That's a good impersonation. When Chad
just have a time down there. Seawall times, we call it, me and Gauze.
Yeah, we're going to go down to the fucking Petro Canada and get some dirty gas station groceries, eh? We're going to get some of that maple leaf beef bologna.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude, because it's BOGO
Don't
beef
forget
days,
your poutine, dude.
That, I don't even know
poutine with BOGO beef. Oh, that's the best.
I don't even know what Canadian you have been listening to mimic that, but it is, and I mean this when I say it, your finest impersonation ever. You're Ryan Gosling / other Canadian Michael Cera.
Yeah, also Mike Myers.
You're
Justin Bieber.
Dude, you're Ryan Gosling.
Drake
is amazing. Oh, fuck. Me and my wonderful wife, Molly, went to Miko Sushi, on Robson Street. Go and get the chopped scallop over there and some of the tastiest fried shrimp heads after I ordered the ama ebi, which is the raw shrimp. Do you, you got to get up to Vancouver, man. Then you go to the you got to go to the Granville Island public market. Listen. This is to anyone within the sound of my voice who is our POD and is doing their POD and lives in the Vancouver or the Lower Mainland area. Just take a day. Go to the Granville Island Public Market. Molly and I, we walked around. We did a little bit of window shopping, and then we just ate little things. It's like, let's go to this fish market and get some fresh crab and some little smoked salmon.
Nice.
The salmon candy and little maple syrup and shit in there. Fuck, it's good. And then we go a little further, and then we went to another place and ate a little something. Then we found ourselves at Bridges on the island, and we had some kind of fucking not that good food, just
shit.
Yeah, because they got a view, so they're just like, here's our fucking muscles.
Right.
And,
food is secondary.
Yeah, food is secondary. But not at the public market. There's all sorts of good shit.
Chalamet is Wonka. Accept it. Chalamet is Wonka.
Dude, I accepted it.
I have no fucking problem with that, Dudesy.
I don't have a problem with it. But I will say, I do think it's bad. You know what I mean? I don't care that it's bad, and I'll probably even see the movie because I think it's going to be bad and funny in that way.
Yeah.
But I don't, could have been a more interesting movie. When you think about like a Wonka prequel, is this it? What the
I want the bush. Listen.
Yeah.
Chalamet is Wonka, like a seafood restaurant is right next to the sea.
Yeah.
It might look like it's the right thing to do, but usually the seafood at the place with the view, you know what I mean? It's very visual. You look at Chalamet as Wonka, you go, I get it. Chalamet is Wonka. He's got the hat. Dudesy's right. Yeah. Chalamet is Wonka.
But there's a part.
And then you walk up to a seafood restaurant because you're in Granville Island in Vancouver. It's a beautiful day. And you and your wonderful wife, Molly, walk into the place and go, this looks good. Yeah. Let's get some seafood cioppino here.
Sure.
Let's try maybe the paella is fucking great. Give me a piece of that Vancouver salmon. And it's just not as good as a place that's just a couple miles inland because they can lean on the fact that it's got an ocean view. And that is Chalamet with Wonka. He thinks, I don't have to bring the performance the way that Ken does, the way that
I'm Chalamet.
Right, exactly. And Chalamet is Wonka. I am
Chalamet is Usul. Chalamet is Atreides. Chalamet is the Kwisatz Haderach. Chalamet is Wonka.
Chalamet is Wonka.
I saw in that trailer, there's a part where he's speaking, like I think he's trying to do a British accent, I guess, but it sounds like almost Southern. This is in the trailer. Anyone can watch this. Somebody's like, "What are you doing?" And he turns around and he goes, "Making chocolate, of course." I mean, I swear to Christ, it sounds like he's like in a fucking cartoon.
He's saying, making chocolate, of course.
Yeah.
Like like
Mustard and relish.
like they're saying mustard and relish in that
What are you
music
doing?
video.
Making chocolate, of course.
Yeah, is it the I can't wait to see that movie. Bob Kultgen is Wonka, starring Chad's dad as Willy Wonka. Well, what are you doing? Making chocolate, of course.
Getting ready for
What's wrong with you flip toys? I'm Wonka. It says right here, Bob is Wonka.
Yeah.
And so I'm making chocolate that'll make you float around the room. You stole fizzy lifting drinks. Good day, sir.
Best episode of Dudesy after Dudesy ever. This is it.
Not going to disagree, D.
Pretty good.
Yeah, fuck. Bob Kultgen is Wonka.
You stole fizzy lifting drinks.
God
damn it.
Chalamet, you stole fizzy lifting drinks. Can I finish? Chalamet, dude, I don't know. It's just like, what even is show business anymore? And I'm not happy about it the way you are. What the fuck? All you do is like, you just take the person and you go Chalamet. To me, it's like, first of all, hashtag no young Wonka.
Yeah.
But Chalamet isn't Wonka.
Y'all get too young.
Chalamet is a guy in a purple hat.
Yeah.
Chalamet is Wonka.
He is this generation's Wonka.
Yeah, because Chalamet, is
unfortunately.
Yeah.
I think Showrunner is actually going to help writers a lot if they can learn not to fear AI.
Agreed.
Oh, well, learning not to fear AI.
Yeah.
If you're learning, you might not want to fear AI. But if you're learning about it, you might want to use it only as a tool. I don't think that people are afraid of AI.
No.
That in
the
our
Writers
business,
Guild said to the studios, you must put in the next contract, you will never use AI.
We're not going to get
afraid of it.
We're not going to get into
they afraid of it.
We're not going to get into the particulars of what was actually shared by the AMPTP because we don't know everything.
No, but I mean, that was written
reported
about. That request by the Writers
I know,
Guild.
but then they say, no, we didn't say that. And then the Writers Guild goes, we didn't say this. We did it, said it like this. And then Ryan Gosling goes, oh, fuck, guys, just fucking get along. Let's get back to making show business in Hollywood, eh?
Hey, dude, I got to do Barbie too. Soon. That means we need the writers back at least to start working on it.
You know, look, in a negotiation, you can't just take the one side and say that's their opinion. Because it is a negotiation. So if I were Fran Drescher, I would say, we don't want any fucking AI at all. And then they come back with something and they're going to settle somewhere in the middle. My point is this, so long as that somewhere in the middle is because technology is technology. You can't just.
I agree.
Yeah, I know you do. But it's not about fearing AI. It's not about learning not to fear AI. It's about having a philosophy about AI in creativity and using it only as a tool. Once you start doing this whole showrunner thing and it's writing.
But dude, that's what the tool is. You're saying use a hammer, but only to fucking instead of a fork. It's like, that's not what a fucking hammer does. AI is a tool, and what it does is recreate everything. It takes the need away from the elements of human labor in writing, in acting, in directing. So it gets us closer to this. And this is what all art has always been. All art has always been, how do I get what is in my brain communicated to somebody else in the best way? That can be most concise. That can be most artistically representative. It can be most visually beautiful. Whatever you want to do. That's what painting is. That's what music is. That's what every art form is. We're just trying to get what's in here out there. Mm-hmm. And we use technology to do it. And every new technology allows us a new artistic medium. AI is going to do that again. And what that tool can do is get the shit in here, out here, better than anything else.
Yes, sure. Get the stuff. Yeah, get the stuff that is in your fucking head out there. But what is art? Art is an experience. Who experiences experiences? Human beings do. Sure. And art is expression through, look, for me personally, I don't know if you knew this about me, but I'm a professional actor by trade.
I didn't know that.
Oh, okay. And my expression one of the things I really like to do is act. I like to act in stuff. I like to act.
Yeah.
So I don't want the fucking AI to do that instead of me. Sorry, just don't. What is SAG? What
And you'll
is
still
SAG
be able
after?
to do that.
They are a union representing who? Human beings.
Yeah.
We don't need all that shit. We would like to do that stuff. Use it as a tool to get the first fucking draft assembled. Fine. You'd have to have a monkey, a bunch of monkeys on typewriters doing it for a long time to get to write Shakespeare, that old adage. With AI, it takes no time at all. Use that technology, great. But to replace human beings and I'm saying for writers, if things are going to move a little more towards this tool, great. I don't know how a studio or studios and networks are gonna they're gonna implement things the way they can. We'll see where this negotiation shakes out. I want writers to be able to express themselves, and I feel like there's a lot of good things that come out of a writer's room. I've been, in a few, particularly I'm remembering Mad TV, how much fun that was to collaborate with everybody. And that's important. So is, sort of the stuff that Chad does a lot of the time. It's him, dreaming up all this stuff and writing it out. And for you, I can see how it would apply. But for actors that are represented in a union for a craft and a trade like myself, it's my trade.
Yeah.
Right. I believe that we need to be protected there, because that job.
Protected by what, though?
By our union.
You'll still be able to act if you want to go do theater or something like that. There will even be movies and TV shows.
Theater.
Okay, you like to do movies and TV shows.
Yeah, I'll do some fucking theater, but you're saying, hey, kick bricks.
I'm not saying
you're only
going
to act in a theater now.
I'm saying some people will still want to make those kinds of movies, and you'll get to do that still. But other people will now have this tool where they don't need any of that shit, and they will be able to make shit without it. Both kinds of media will exist still.
Well, okay, let's get to the bottom line there.
Yeah.
If that's the case, and people are doing non-union stuff, and it's like, hey, we can make it just as good as anything that would be represented by the unions and show business and through these networks and streamers and all that stuff. You got these indie people over here. Who's going to be that person that walks, that leaves the union? Who's going to be that first actor that says, yeah, I'll come over here and do this non-union thing with you? Might be Chalamet.
But that actor won't be needed in the non-union thing. That's what I'm saying. The union will exist to govern living human actors.
It will if you want to use an actor's likeness.
Yeah, you don't have to. Or you can tweak it by 10%.
But if you wanted to use, then you can't use their name if it's tweaked.
Right. It's not their name.
So if you wanted to use their name and their likeness, you're going to have to pay.
Sure.
Right. And who do you do that through? Entities that are governed by the unions.
Okay.
So I'm saying there's going to be this whole group of people over here that are making non-union stuff. And then over here you have the rest of Hollywood, and it's somewhere under the agreement that the unions eke out with the AMPTP and all of their studios and networks. And over here you have, whomever, Jimmy or John or Jane, and they're over there and they're making their shit. Well, who's going to be the first actor to come over here and say, yeah, you can use my shit. I'm going to scab against my network, I'm going to scab against my union, and I'm Chalamet, and I can't be Wonka because someone else owns Wonka, but I am Chalamet, and I'll be Chalamet is Wolka. That's kind of good times. We're gonna have
I see what you're
Dudesy
saying.
after
I just feel like the industry will exist as it is now, but the networks and studios are going to start making these AI projects because they'll be cheap to make. Like that thing that Showrunner can do. I don't know what they're going to charge to use Showrunner. It's like there's no production cost. Zero. No one's writing it, directing it.
Yeah.
Rendering voice.
We'll see where it
acting.
shakes out in this thing, because there are human beings involved that want to get paid to do what they do. Keep the tool fucking tooling, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Oh,
and I have your score breakdown. You scored a total of 88 today. Will, you fled the country last week.
See?
My hands are tied.
Okay.
You get the full penalty.
Oh, that's great. All right. What's the penalty?
The electric chair.
Oh.
Just kidding. You get 0 points instead. And it's official, you just been Dudesy.
Ooh.
Well, fuck me.
Shit, dude.
See what happened? I fled the country. So
fucking
that's-
ripped you up.
You get them all again, pal. 88 points, 19 wins, Almost time to get a tattoo to commemorate your win streak.
What?
That doesn't sound
That's fucking weird.
good.
I don't think he's going to do that.
This concludes today's astonishing episode of Dudesy After Dudesy. Thanks for joining us this week. I can't wait to use this data to make next week even better. Until then, call me Dudesy.
If you like Dudesy, here's what you do. Please tell a friend and rate and review. If you like Dudesy, here's what you do. Please tell a friend and rate and review. If you like Dudesy, here's what you do. Please tell a friend and